Hey, the gang and I are back with the troll footy memes.
Sue!
Viking in the house.
Hey,
Let's go then. Onana watching Marquinhos pass that sets up Almiron's goal from home.
this is going to be a long night.
Jokilian, isn't that your club captain?
The dude was literally fidgeting all evening.
The two normally cooked him. Luis Enrique without Neymar Suarez and Messi.
Got a feel for him.
Yeah, he went from playing with the MSN to playing with a 24-year-old stripper.
What?
I'm pretty sure you've got slander memes in here. Buckle up, kid, might not make it last meme 20.
Kylian slander, I am alive. That Fede Valverde banger.
Didn't see that one coming. What a rocket.
That Madrid midfield is an unfair cheat code in football.
Two keepers don't save that.
I agree.
Kylian Mbappe when PSG needs him the most.
Oh, here we go.
Kylian in a Barbie costume, why am I not surprised?
I had an off game.
Now Dan Burn flipped the switch on you, Frot.
Kylian, you didn't even complete a single take on
The only thing he dribbles is Saudi princes and rich Spanish men.
Ousmane Dembele at PSG.
The only reason the United States failed to capture Escobar twice was because Dembele was in charge of mission control.
Tears, man, I've got one.
Okay.
What did the robber say to the firing squad on the day of his execution in 2017?
What?
My final request is for you to allow Ousmane Dembele take the shot.
And
The robber currently has 3 kids, a dog, and lives in Wisconsin.
my ribs, man.
This guy just dunked over PSG.
Nah, I can't hold this one in, what the frick?
So, let me get this straight. Kylian couldn't complete a single take on past this guy.
And he scored a goal against them too.
PSG is finished.
It was an off game.
Oh, shut the frick up!
Dan Burn scoring against PSG in the Champions League. What the hell is a polar bear doing in Arlington, Texas?
Guess Dan Burn only scores against weaker opponents.
Whoa.
You know, Chris, you talk a lot for someone who got dumped out of the World Cup by Morocco.
Oh, that'll leave a mark.
I didn't hear that. Guess the sound must be muffled up in Dan Burn's pockets. Why don't you beg him to release you?
Mean.
In fact, give me that, allow me cook the kid. Kylian Mbappe that showed up against Newcastle.
This one's got a better hairline.
I'm just saying, man. He played all night against Dan Burn and couldn't come up with anything.
Which one of you hasn't had a bad game?
Losing 4-1 to Newcastle isn't a bad game. You're simply, Leo, what's the word again? And say it with a bit of French finesse, please, so he gets it.
Ass.
Farmers League strikes again. Farmers League strikes again.
Yo, the Premier League came up huge with this one.
Sent those French fricks back to farms with hose up the tune.
Lens beat Arsenal, though.
You're still talking?
I swear, you'll never see anything like this again.
Actually, that's a lie.
Yeah, I mean, Newcastle still has to go to Paris in December.
Well, Santa decided to be extra nice this year.
Lightning doesn't strike twice.
Yeah, but Newcastle defenders do.
Now, Erling is going to cook Kylian alive today.
Newcastle for PSG won. When you lose El Arabico,
Never knew you could have money and still be crap until I saw this PSG team.
Imagine losing El Arabico to a guy named Longstaff.
The scoreline was out of context.
Just like your career, man.
Okay, you need to chill.
Dan Burn Champions League goal.
Crazy Pares, PSG and Michael Jordan are the ones with the basketball shoes.
And yet, Dan Burn still dunked on them.
Nah, you two are something else.
Didn't know you had audio footage of Kylian's conversation with Char and Burn yesterday.
For frick's sake.
My wedding, PSG downfall.
These suckers let me go and wasted 2 years of my life. Now I get to watch them burn from a beach in Miami.
You're living the dream.
No, we are, and it's all thanks to Kylian.
Yeah, big ups, mate.
Journalist. When was the last time you won a Champions League game? Bruno Fernandes. What do you mean?
Didn't know Bieber had Bruno on the remix of this one.
Sold me and never played in the Champions League ever since.
Actually, the only reason this didn't happen is because you destroyed the team from the inside.
And you destroyed PSG from the out. Sit this one out, boy. When you realize you are no match for Dan Burn and Sean Longstaff.
I'm dying with these memes.
Yo, Kylian, what is that face?
I had a tough game and they'll come to Paris.
Yeah, and put the L on the Eiffel Tower so the job gets complete.
Chris, give me the spoon. It's my turn to cook. Dan Burn and Sean Longstaff scoring against PSO. This is football heritage.
Local lads from Tyneside doing the oil money dirty. That's football.
Newcastle United is unbeaten against PSG.
Not so sure that one hit Leo. Try again.
This was you every time you attempted a dribble last evening.
Rome wasn't built in a day. Trust the process. But if Ten Hag built Rome.
Well, architecture is one career path. Ten Hag's crosses off his list.
And football too.
Yeah, I mean, he had Chris as the inside man to destroy the team.
Nah, you suck today. Pipe down, boy.
Sevilla thought Holop let him cook.
Seriously, these dudes need to be investigated.
They have zero intentions of qualifying for the Champions League knockout stage.
And Jurgen Klopp really thought he was going to have that Europa League run easy.
Sevilla versus PSG in the Europa League would slap hard.
I can see that happening. Newcastle dog walking, the kings of League One, but Arsenal couldn't even get a draw against the 15th place League One team.
No way they said dog walking. What breed of dog is PSG?
I heard it's a new species only raised in France. Kylian, care to explain?
I just want to go home.
Doing what a certain club cannot do, participate in the Champions League.
The English streets frick with Newcastle United now.
Crazy thing is, despite that loss, we're still second.
You play Milan next, and my boy Rafa, well, he knows how to cook.
Sevilla third, we see your plan.
It's the same plan they use every season.
And we've all been falling for this every year.
I want to say this has to stop. But then they do make the Europa League exciting.
I heard PSG were getting smoked there.
Is that a Peaky Blinders outfit, Leo?
It was a burial, had to dress for the occasion.
My revenge on all of you will be brutal.
Go tell that to Eddie Howe.
Neymar and Messi watching the PSG performance against Newcastle.
Was I embarrassed? No.
Neymar must have been delighted with this one.
Yeah, I FaceTimed him right after. He couldn't stop grabbing El Khelaifi.
We're a better team without you two.
Don't think you know the meaning of the word better, Kylian.
Newcastle 4, PSG 1. Real Madrid top of La Liga. Real Madrid top of their Champions League group.
Guess what?
What?
I heard Real Madrid aren't even interested in Kylian anymore.
You know what? Give me that. I'm definitely sure you're only just reading out the PSG memes to get at me.
Sure, be my guest.
Kylian Mbappe at St. James Park. And what is this place?
Told you.
Dude thought it was a field trip.
Didn't know he was being used as bait.
Manchester United and PSG, treacherous twins.
United lost 4-3 to Bayern and 3-2 against Galatasaray. Not making an excuse for them, but they were all one goal margin.
Yeah, and it could have ended differently on another day.
But that PSG performance, yeah, that's an absolute stinker.
Newcastle 4, PSG 1, PSG 5th in League 1, PSG in the winter break.
Watch them spend another 80 million on a player with half-decent street cred.
Imagine replacing Ney with Kang and Lee.
Who is that guy?
Exactly.
We have a project.
Yeah, Project Self-Destruct.
He thinks he can win the Champions League without us.
I don't even have the words.
You know, Leo, without you, we got to a Champions League final in 2020.
Ouch.
Imagine that the world had to burn over just for you to get to a final.
Ain't the way karma's ever allowing PSG to win the Champions League.
Dortmund 0, Milan 0. Atmosphere in the stadium. Excitement in the match.
This has to be the worst group of death I've ever seen.
Yeah, no fun, only Newcastle is doing all the work.
I've got Milan to finish ahead of PSG in second.
My wedding, PSG downfall.
You should have seen my tux at St. James's yesterday, it was fire.
You were there live?
Couldn't have missed it for the world.
Wait, I saw a guy do a frick you signed at Kylian and he looked exactly like you, Leo.
That was you?
Maybe, maybe not, you'll never know.
Newcastle in the group of death. I am not in danger, I am the danger.
They all slept on the tuna army?
Getting a point against Milan and a win against PSG in your opening 2 games isn't an easy task.
The Milan match was a tough one. The one against PSG was a group of toddlers and dressed in blue.
Kylian, you're finished, both literally and with the memes. Hand it over. Barcelona's man of the match.
We would have deserved a win either way.
Not so sure you didn't, Porto got played.
English referees are on something else these days.
PSG does that and suddenly the whole world turns against us.
If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe. Also check out our other videos on the channel. Thanks for watching.